Hi aerial yogis, welcome back to CamiyogAIR aerial yoga channel. So guys, in today's practice we will go through improving more of the spine flexibility for very fun flow that is beginner, intermediate, friendly. Of course, advanced people can also practice this as well, just that it's not as intense and it's very fun flow through fun transitions. And we of course start with a warm-up and move then to that flow slowly. Eventually one breath, one movement that you would feel more as a dance, and that smooth moving from pose to pose. And if you just find my channel, all the information about my courses, about the silks, all down below in the description and on my website. But let's now move to our today's practice. So just make sure that the silk is around your hip height. So fix it about here. And then we will start with our today warm-up. So the silk is actually behind your back, ribs hang position. Feet hips apart and slightly move backwards rather being completely at the center. It would be more comfortable to start the practice in our puppy pose. Just hold tight on your sides and lean forward into the ragdoll. Release your arms. You can actually even widen more of your stance if that's up your comfort. Just drop your belly, relax your neck. So rather than looking to the floor, you should see your legs. So release the back of the neck, maybe a little bit swinging from side to side, just starting the class. So reconnecting with your body, a little bit to release after whatever happened through the day, or maybe what's awaiting. So we a little bit just pause the time for here and now, and also just coming to your deeper, slower breath. If you feel a little bit discomfort through your armpits, you can bring your arms over the silk. I like to hold them with the wrist just hanging open. So just few breaths while we also elongating the spine. And then a little bit narrow your stance into actual hips stance, hip width, and slide your arms along the sides of the silk to open up through your heart, through your shoulders, and look up the ceiling into the puppy pose. But we will add as if cat-cow movement dynamically, arching and rounding the back. So exhale and now tuck your pelvis and look to your belly, round your back, squeeze everything inwards. Breathing in and press your belly down, chest forwards, neck long, looking up and opening. Exhaling and squeezing and rounding. Slightly bend your knees to actually rotate inwards as if little ball. And again, breathing in and extending through the front of the body, through the back, and breathing out, flexing the spine and turning inwards. And one more time, breathing in, opening, breathing out and curling. And we will add the leg to a little bit more activate the back muscles, as it's very important to keep balance between flexibility and strength, so that avoid any injuries or a little bit too much extension for connective tissues. We always alternate between activation of the muscle and actually stretching it. So bring your feet together now that we will be in the center, and I will mirror you. So let's lift the right leg all the way up, extend it, and keep kicking back through the leg into flexed position with the hip downward, so hips in one line, and then arms reaching forwards. Look down to the floor, just keep that long line through the leg, through the back and neck. The bottom knee soft, so don't release it completely into your joints. Slowly, just a little bit bend through that knee. And dynamically exhaling and bending your elbows and your knees, so you should feel more of a core workout. Breathing in and opening through your back muscles and glutes, of course, and the legs are working hard. So exhale again and bring it everything in, breathing in and opening. And two more. So exhaling and breathing in, breathing out everything into your center. Last one, breathe in, open, breathe out, squeeze. Okay, and release our leg. Let's change the side to warm up through the other side. So Lift your left leg, lift your arms along your ears. Make sure the bottom knee is soft. However, the hips are in line. The back leg is extended fully and kicking back from the heel. And now let's move to the actual movement. So breathing out and bend your knee, elbows, nose towards your knee as much as you can. Breathing in and opening, extending through the front of the body. Breathing out and curling into little ball. The bottom knee, keep on noticing that it's still in that soft state, in a soft position, that you won't lock your joint. So 2 more. And the last one. Breathing in, opening, and breathing out, release your leg. Now find the sill, slightly bend your knees and come into the standing. Push the silk in front of you, and we will enter hip hang downward dog. So you can, if you're familiar with my classes and flips, you can just flip into the silk with the hips inside, or if you are still new to this, so just step forward, press the silk down to create resistance, fold forward, and then releasing your arms and lifting your legs up. Once you're in hanging position, just make sure the silk is just under the hips by the crease of the thigh and the hip, and then walk your arms forwards as much as you can, so over your head. Relax your neck, relax your legs, so knees bent, maybe crossing your ankles, and start swinging from side to side laterally to stretch through your rib cage, through the back, through your waistline. While shoulders are active, strong, they're not moving. And activate your elbows, your palms, feel the ground through all the knuckles, through all the fingers of your palm. Few breaths. And then stopping somewhere in the middle, in neutral position. Now lift your head and walk your hands under the shoulders, and we will activate even more of the muscles. So yet again, we want that activation. Just later on, we will move more through the flexibility. So we don't want to overstrain, overstretch anything, okay? So hands under the shoulders, open your legs wide and wide angle. Point your toes to feel the extension through the legs and the direction through the sides. And then actually to create the resistance a little bit and activate the shoulder line, walk a little bit more out of your middle line. Spread your fingers, push the silk down. So this is more like a passive stretch and opening through the front of the body. But when we breathe out, bend your knees, tuck them under to reach your chest and shift your weight all the way forward. Look up, look forwards to curl into little balls. Squeeze everything in through your core, push the shoulders through the hand power. And again, breathing in, opening, passive stretch, exhale, and everything is engaged, especially push upwards and look forward. And again, opening your legs, opening your chest, your hips, squeezing then core, abs, pressing through your shoulder blades upwards. So the goal in the round little ball to actually reach your knees towards your chest to reduce the gap as much as possible when you are forward. And lift your head up. It feels like just a little bit and you would drop down the whole body. So you're going as much as possible forward into your fingertips, but still holding everything in. So you should feel the whole power coming from the upper body, the shoulders and the arms, and of course your core. So 2 more, okay? Breathing in, opening, breathing out and squeezing into the little buzz forward as much as you can, and like a crow pose. Last one. And a little bit of holding. And then let's release a little bit, shake it off. Your arms in your comfortable position. Maybe you want to stretch out the shoulders to interlace your fingers. Maybe just on the floor. Maybe hugging your legs, whichever works for you. A few breaths. Now, since our body is a little bit now warmed up, let's move to our actual flow of today for back flexibility, spine flexibility improvement. So first of all, we of course go slowly, that you would understand what's coming after each pose, and then we will connect everything together. And still will be mirroring you, facing you forwards. Let's start with a plank. So arms just under the shoulders, extend your legs, and bring your left arm under the chest. Find the right side of the silk from inside. So the same side, okay? And now we will do the twirly twirly. Twirl into the dancer, fairy dancer pose and back to that side plank. So first of all, slowly, we will lift the right leg up, bend the knee, so bending the knee through the silk and let it just drop. Let the knee drop downwards. So you will open your pelvis so the bottom leg actually slides through the silk. And find the silk with the same side with the other arm, so we're holding only that one side, and let's rotate the whole leg, the thigh that is in the silk, around, and you would enter a dancer, fairy dancer pose, where the bottom leg is now bent, and the leg in the silk is still straight. So basically, the leg in the silk doesn't do anything else; it's always straight. Then we're holding again on the same side. Just avoid pulling yourself up, because you will come out of the silk. So keep just hanging off it. Then we're bringing that leg back and we're entering into the seat position. But from now on, let's come back to actual side plank, okay? So to just move more on the twirl position if it's not very clear. But later on, we can move it faster. Now we'll be doing the same way as you are, the same side, but it would be again more in detail for you. So left palm is still under the chest, right arm holds the right side of the silk. Let's turn a little bit into the side plank, lifting the top leg, which is your right, through the silk, bending the knee, letting it drop. Then the bottom arm grabs the same side of the silk, we're twisting, turning, and then opening into the fairy dancer. Then we're holding the same side again of the silk. The bottom leg comes onto the other leg on top, and we're coming back into the side plank. So if you need to work on it, you can just pause the video and continue a few more times slowly, because we will do 2 more times and then continue on. So now in the faster motion, try to kick the top leg faster and then opening into the dancer. And same way, faster, you're turning it down into the side plank, okay? So we'll do 1 more time. And notice that on a fairy dancer, actually the bottom arm grabs the silk higher, and that way I'm not collapsing. See? Higher, then I'm opening up and closing into the side plank. So yet again, if you want to work more on this, pause the video. As now we will continue. So let's again do the twirly dancer. From dancer, hold the same side of the silk and bring the top leg next to the leg in the silk, or the bottom leg. Just bring both legs into the silk, into the seated position, seated swing. From the seated swing, we will enter a deep back bend. Activation through the back muscles and a very deep arch throughout. So now, slide your arms just by your waistline. Open a little bit your legs to the sides. So if you're unavailable to open up, that means the silk may be a little bit too close to the thigh. So slide forwards, but the silk will lift up. Open the legs. Keep pointing your toes and tucking it under. You imagine already that you want to reach toes towards your head. So we will create C shape with our body. Okay, so holding the sides by your waistline and reach your crown of the head towards the feet, well, feet reaching for the head. So arms are very active. Slightly bend your elbows to actually bring your shoulder blades together and chest pushing it forwards, okay? So that way you can even go deeper into the pose and feel how your back muscles are actually burning through the back of the body. So just again, back bending as much as you can, lifting your head, looking behind. 1 more breath in. Breathing out, coming up. Now we're rounding the back, the opposite direction of the spine. So slide your pelvis backwards. You will end up with the silk under the knees and round into the little ball. You can still hold here the silk just as close as your knees, nose towards the legs, rounding, maybe hugging the silk, hugging your legs. Just a few more moments as the silk a little bit squeezes through the legs. One more breath in. Breathing out, find the silk a little bit higher, and now we will slide forward. So extend one leg at a time, lift your pelvis, slide through, a little bit massage, and we're coming into standing ribs hang position. Just lean back, open your arms wide, breathing in and breathing out, standing plank. So lean forwards, arms by your ears into one strong line. So activate your glutes. Hold your core, just don't collapse everything inwards, okay? Everything squeezing. And 2 more times. So breathing in, opening, breathing out, one strong line, and keep pressing from your toes. That way it will be easier to keep that one strong line. And last time, breathing in, breathing out into standing plank. Let's come back. I'm still by your ears, but this time we laterally stretching from side to side in palm tree pose, from side to side, neutralizing the neutral spine position after the deep back bend and deep forward fold. But not so long ago, we're going again to the back bend, this time more of the heart opener. So I will just a little bit lean. When we exhale, we slide the silk and open your heart. So it's up to your choice how deep you can go in here. The higher arms, of course, then you're reducing the back bend. The lower they get, the deeper you're getting into the arch. So just check how much you want to do, maybe here. If it's not much comfortable for your neck, to just release the head and keep looking up the ceiling, okay? If it's comfortable, you can relax it. Maybe a little bit swinging from side to side. One more breath in. Breathing out, bending your knees and releasing your pelvis a little bit down, slowly coming up. One step backwards, push the silk forwards. Arms naturally will interlace into the silk, and we're meeting in a tabletop. You can leave your arms straight, you can bend your elbows to whichever works for you, and just swinging from side to side here. Okay, and then bending my knees and coming all the way into the standing position. And now we move to the other side. Okay, so working a little bit more again through the fairy dancer and the side plank, and eventually moving with the other poses. So yet again, I will do it as if you would do the same. So I will start by facing my back. So let's meet in a downward dog, flip or the easy entry. And then find yourself into the plank pose. So palms under the shoulders. Just this time, right palm under the chest. Find the left side of the silk with the left arm from inside. Turn on your hip, so sideways. And first of all, slowly. So we're lifting the top leg all the way up in between the silk to cross over. Bending the knee, let your pelvis open up. So you're sliding through the bottom thigh, and then the bottom arm grabs the silk higher than the other arm. And then we're opening into this fairy dancer. So the bottom leg is bent and opening in one line. Then the same side of the silk we're holding up, and we're twisting backwards. So now the bottom leg comes on top, turning back into the side plank. So a few more times. I'm still showing it slowly. So again, through the gap of the silk, bending the knee into back bend or like wild thing pose, and holding the same side of the silk, opening into the dancer. Finding the silk, just remember, don't pull up, otherwise you would just stand up. Keep on hanging, bringing the other leg back, twisting into the side plank. Okay, so we will do 3 more times. If it's a little bit still tricky, again, pause the video and work on this, okay, on this transition. If you're with me on the tempo, then we will do a little bit fast, okay? So now try to move your leg more through the swing and coming back same way, okay? And now even faster, move the force of the leg that brings you into the dancer and back. So if you notice, my leg actually even bending rather than being straight to create that force. See? It's like a twist. Okay, so now we will continue with the other poses. So let's meet into the dancer. And bring that bottom leg on top of the one that is inside the silk, and we're entering the seated swing position. With just nice pause in between, right? After all twirlies. Okay, but from here, we're actually moving to the deep back bend, opening through the front of the body, hips, chest, abdominals, extending through, and as well as that deep back bend through the whole back and activation through the muscles. So hold this by your waistline. Slightly shift your hips forwards, readjust, open your knees wider, activate your glutes, feet under as much as you can. Imagine you're already reaching backwards. And then the crown of the head also reaches for the feet into this deep like scorpion pose position. Keep breathing, holding, squeeze everything in. One more breath in. Breathing out, coming up and slide backwards into little ball to just reduce that back bend and neutralize in the opposite direction by flexing the spine. One more breath in, breathing out. Okay, find the silk. And now we're sliding forwards through the wavy motion into standing, but instantly lean back. Feet hips apart, breathe in, lift your arms up. Breathing out into standing plank, lean forwards, hold your strong line. Breathe in again, leaning back, opening through your heart. Breathe out, tuck your pelvis, squeeze your glutes, and push away from the floor through the toes. One more time, breathing in, breathe out, and tuck everything in. Hold your core, arms along your ears, and we coming back. Just this time, you can interlace your fingers if you want. Let's stretch through the side body to one side. Breathe in, feel how your oblique muscles squeezing, coming back, and then find the silk. Yet again, another back bend. So breathing out and sliding the silk to open your heart as much as is comfortable for you. If you want, you can look at the ceiling or maybe releasing your neck, maybe adding some swinging motion. Last breath in. And breathing out, coming up, pushing the silk forward into the tabletop. Just walk your legs a little bit backwards that you would have space to fold. Maybe swinging here to finish your flow. Okay, and let's come up. Okay, so now since we more or less know what's come after each pose, now we can move to the faster pace together with the breath. So we won't hold the poses, we won't repeat the things, everything will be one time, each pose, and also we will move in that more like dance feeling, smoother motion. Okay, so of course if you need time, you can still go slower. Either rewind the video if you want to go one more time slower with me, or work on some areas, on some places, or if you're ready, let's start. Okay, so let's meet in downward dog. And bring your palms on the floor. Okay, so we will move with the right side first of all. So left palm under the chest, right arm grabs the silk, a little bit turn into side plank, and breathe in, lift your leg up, and open up into the dancer. Breathe out, find the silk, and bring the bottom leg into the seated swing. And then breathe in, elongate your spine, open your legs, slide your arms downwards, and exhale, back bending into that scorpion variation. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, slide backwards into little ball. Breathe in, walk your arms up and slide forwards through the wave and lift your arms up. Exhale and shift your weight forwards. Breathe in, coming back. Breathe out, side bend to one side. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out to the other side. Breathe in into the neutral. Breathe out, find the silk and back bending, opening your heart. Breathe in, coming up, one step back. Breathe out into the tabletop. And there you go. That's how fast we moved through our flow. Now when we did it in this space. Okay, and then around back, let's come up and even the sides. Now we will move in this space on the left side. I hope you're having fun so far. And as always, of course, when we're going faster, it's easier, right? It's a little bit cheated. Okay, but now less talking. Let's move, flip into the downward dog. Palms on the floor, extend the legs, right palm under the chest, left hand holds the silk, and let's twirl into the dances with the breath in, opening up. Breathe out and come into the seated swing. Breathe in, elongate your spine, lift your neck, exhale and back bend. Keep your feet active. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, slide downwards into little ball. Breathe in, climb up and slide your legs forwards in, opening your arms. Exhale into standing plank. Breathe in, coming back. Breathe out and side bend to the left side. Breathe in, breathing out to the right side. Breathing in into the middle. Find the silk. Breathe out, back bending, leaning back. Breathing in, coming up, one step back. Breathing out into the tabletop, swinging from side to side, calming your breath. And then vertebra by vertebra, round back, come up all the way. And there you go, guys. That's the flow of today to increase flexibility through your spine. So now if you feel that you would like to continue on with your practice, you can continue with any of the tricks perhaps, or anything from my list over here. Or maybe you are ready to just cool down, come down in Shavasana. So by all means, be free to just come into cocoon through the flip on the easy way again. The video how to get into cocoon is here with the different ways. And just calming your breath and just loosen up and releasing into just lay down position. So up to your choice what you would like to do. And if after relaxation for a bit, or after the whole practice, what is upcoming later on, then I wish you that your day would be shining on, happy. And as always, like, subscribe, and all the links to the courses and silks down below. And let's fly again soon. So bye guys, namaste.